everybody, in today's video we are going to be discussing Abstract Expressionism. To start off, Abstract Expressionism is a style that emerged in New York in the United States after World War II. It took place from 1943 to the mid-1950s. It gained popularity with the rise of the New York School, which reflected the broad cultural context of the mid-20th century. Abstract Expressionist paintings use degrees of abstraction, meaning that they depict the form unrealistically or in an extreme way. Forms are not drawn from the world, and this means that they are non-objective. The style emphasizes freedom, spontaneity, and personal emotional expression, as art often had personal meaning to the artist. It is a style that expresses considerable freedom of technique and execution, and it usually has the goal to draw attention to expressive qualities of the painting. This is a time period following the Great Depression and World War II, which left the world in shambles. Many young and troubled artists use this style as a way to express their concerns through this expressive art full of emotion and meaning. This is an art style founded in New York City in the United States. The United States is a country in North America, and that is its flag. Abstract Expressionism includes many distinguished and individual styles. However, two major forms are color-filled painting and action painting. Notable artists included Jackson Pollock and Mark Rothko. Jackson Pollock was most notable for his action paintings. What is action painting? Action painting is a highly dynamic type of art which involves spontaneous, loose, and rapid application of sweeping or slashing brushstrokes across the canvas. When Pollock created an action painting, he laid out a large unstretched canvas on the floor. Then he walked around the canvas as he systematically poured, dribbled, and flung paint across its surface. The middle ground of abstract expressionism is demonstrated by a variety of styles. It includes more lyrical, delicate imagery and fluid shapes to paintings with more structured and forceful art. Mark Rothko was a notable artist in color-filled painting. What is color-filled painting? Color-filled painting is a form of abstract expressionism that is characterized by large areas of flat color to achieve quiet and subtle effects. It is often considered the least emotionally expressive. Abstract expressionism had a huge impact on the whole art world. This art style became popular in the United States, embraced it as a reflection of American democracy, individualism, and cultural achievement. This movement also marked a shift of artistic innovation from Europe to New York in the United States in the post-war decades. In today's project, we will be using Pollock's method to create our own action painting. Our materials are multimedia paper, different color paints, paintbrushes, and popsicle sticks, or anything you can use to dribble the paint. Our methods are to paint focusing on your movements. You can dribble the paint, make large strokes, or splatter the paint across your paper. After you have the painting that you would like, you just allow it to dry. Okay, so to start off with this project, you just want to get your paints ready. You choose maybe like 3 or 4 colors. I chose these 4 colors, and it's easier if you have a thinner paint. So I would recommend adding water if you need to. So there are several ways that you can go about doing this action painting. I have a couple different sized paintbrushes. So for example, this big paintbrush, I could grab my blue and make a huge sweeping stroke across my canvas. Or I could take this smaller paintbrush and get some water and take my purple and then splatter it across the painting by flicking your paintbrush. You could also use a popsicle stick if you wanted to make slashing strokes. So for example, I have this popsicle stick here, and I could just like dip it in the paint, and I have some like purple paint on here, and just like drag it across the canvas. And you can keep doing this until you have the desired painting that you like, and you can just keep using these methods and just be as creative with it as possible. But do keep in mind this can get messy if you go a little crazy, so just try not to do that. So I think I'm happy with this, so I'm just gonna let it sit and dry, but this is the final product, and like I said, you can be as creative with it as you want. There's really no rules, just try not to get too messy. And yeah, that is our Jackson Pollock inspired action painting.